All right, this is Chapter 3 setup for Ravenclaw Math. You are going to need your ISN, pair of scissors, glue, a pen. You will need a packet that says Chapter 3 equations in 2 variables, as well as an orange, a blue, a yellow, and a green paper. All right, so you're gonna take your packet, you're gonna cut it straight down the middle, carefully. It is a thicker packet, so you may want to split it in 2, completely up to you, however it works for you. Okay, carefully take the staple out. Okay, so we last left off on page 51, which is where your math menu should be. On page 52, you're going to glue in the page that says Chapter 3 Vocabulary at the top. So on page 52, you're gluing in Chapter 3 Vocabulary. You don't need a ton of glue, remember. All right, on page 53, you're going to glue in the other vocabulary page. This one says run at the top. Okay. On top of page 52, you're going to write Chapter 3 Vocabulary. Top of page 52, you're going to write Chapter 3 Vocabulary. Okay. On page 54, you're going to put in the one that says constant rate of change. That's page 54. It's page 54 is constant rate of change. We're going to leave page 55 blank. On page 56, you're going to put in the one that says slope down the left-hand side. That's page 56. It says slope down the left-hand side. On page 57, you're going to put the one that says slope down the right-hand side. Page 57, slope down the right-hand side. On page 58, you're going to do the slope foldable, so it says slope at the top, and it has a mountain on it. And then you're going to do this one that has place glue everywhere except the rectangles. I will do a video later which has that information in it. That's going to go on page 58. You're going to leave page 59 blank. On page 60, you're going to glue in the one that says equation in y equals mx form. That's on page 60. Leave page 61 blank. On page 62, you're gluing in the one that says slope intercept form. Okay? And it's got the try problems A, B, C, D, E, and F on it. So that's for slope intercept form. And that goes on page 62. Goes on page 62. All right, on page 63, you're going to glue in the one that says slope intercept form with the graph. It's got a graph at the bottom of the page. That goes on page 63. Page 63. On page 64, you're gluing in the one that says graph a line using intercepts. That goes on page 64. on page 64. 65, you're going to leave blank. On page 66, you're going to glue in the one that says write linear equations. That's on page 66, write linear equations. Okay. Then you're going to take the green paper. Okay, we'll make sure the words are facing the right way. Okay, you're going to take the green paper, you're going to fold it. Okay, so first you're going to fold it so only writing and solving linear systems is showing. Okay. Okay. Then you're going to cut along the dotted lines. Okay. And then you're going to glue that onto page 67. Gluing that onto page 67. So green goes on page 67. Okay. On page 68, you're going to glue in the one that says solve systems of equations by graphing with letter A on it. That's page 68. Solve systems by graphing, okay? On 69, you're gonna glue in the other one, solve systems by graphing. This one has D, E, and F try-it problems on it. Okay, so that's 69. Okay. On page 70, you're gonna take the yellow one, okay? You're going to fold. So you're going to have it like this, where it says the examples up. You're going to fold along the dotted lines. Sorry, other side. You're going to fold along the dotted line. The other side's up first. Okay. Fold down like that. And then you're going to fold it along this dotted line. Okay. So you're going to fold along that dotted line. Now you're going to fold it like that. So 3 folds. Okay, I know it was a little confusing. You're going to take where it says how to solve system by graphing, you're going to fold that down. You're going to take the dotted line by the examples, you're going to fold that down. And then you're going to fold it so it's like a trifold, okay? You're going to glue this onto page 70. So the yellow goes on page 70. Okay? Then you're going to take the blue and you're going to fold it in half. Pretty nice and simple. Fold it in half. Okay. You're going to take the top. You're only going to cut along the dotted lines. So cut along the dotted lines or dash lines. Okay. Then you're going to glue that one to page 71. Glue to page 71. That's the blue one. On page 72, you're going to glue in the one that says solve systems of equations algebraically. Page 72. So on 72, solve systems of equations algebraically. Okay, then you're going to take your orange. Okay, take the orange, you're going to fold it until only the solving systems of linear equations show. And it'll say example, how to, example 1, 2, and 3 at the top. Then you're going to take and you're going to cut along the dotted lines. And this is going to get glued in onto page 73. It's glued in onto page 73. And then the last thing on page 74, you're going to glue in your math menu. Page 74, you're gluing in your math menu. 74, math menu. Okay. All right, and that is it. All right, so this is what the Chapter 3 Table of Contents section should look like. So you should start off with page 52 through 53 is Chapter 3 Vocabulary. 54 through 55 is Constant Rate of Change. 56 through 59 is Slope. 60 through 61 is Equation in y equals mx form. 62 through 63 is Slope-Intercept form. 64 through 65 is Graph a line using intercepts. 66 through 67 is Write linear equations. 68 through 71 is Solve systems of equations by graphing. 72 through 73 is Solve systems of equations algebraically. Then page 74 is Chapter 3 Math Menu.